In a surprising move, the liberal Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that the right for individuals to carry firearms in public for self-defense is protected under the Second Amendment.
That's good news to our next guest. Here with her reaction to the second ruling this week in favor of the Second Amendment is the nationally syndicated radio host from The Dana Show, Dana Loesch. Dana, you surprised the Ninth District deliver this verdict?
Oh, good morning. Yes, actually I am. It was the three-judge panel, so they remanded it back to the trial court for review. And if it were to come back before the Ninth en banc, then I'm really a little bit more nervous to see what they would determine ultimately. But it is a step in the right direction. The individual in this case, George Young, he's a Vietnam veteran. He applied to get a concealed carry, just applied to get a license for a firearm in Hawaii, and concealed carry was prohibited. They didn't want him to open carry. So this was back, I believe, in 2011. And so it's been winding through the courts this entire time. So we'll see what the court determines in review. But it was interesting in that the judge in this case, O'Scanlan, he was guided by Heller. He was guided by the McDonald cases, two huge cases in Second Amendment natural rights. And I think this goes a long way in affirming what we all know to be true, and that we have the right to defend ourselves, not just at home, but also when we're out and about. And so that's really what this affirms.
Dana, what do you think about the restaurant employees in that California community that could face jail time for handing out plastic straws to their customers?
Because they are destroying the world.
Right.
Yes. Okay, so you guys, this is what's crazy about this. And I was looking at recent law in California and how they determine, for instance, if you have AIDS and you engage in intercourse with another individual without telling them, without informing them, or if you donate blood without telling people that you have HIV, then that penalty for that was reduced from a felony to a misdemeanor just in the past year or so by Governor Brown. So it's 6 months in prison, the exact same punishment as it is giving straws out to people in Santa Barbara. That's the punishment. So they think that giving straws out is apparently as dangerous as what I just described, which is when they reduce those penalties. And this is also per straw. So you're looking at a $1,000 fine or 6 months in jail per infraction. So if you go to a Six Top and you hand out 6 straws, you're looking at 3 years in jail or $6,000 fine. It's insane.
People have been talking about the whole plastic straw, paper straw thing here in New York because a lot of places are now banning the plastic straw. I said it's destroying the world. There are these stories.
You did say it's destroying the world.
Yeah,
your world.
There are these stories. I'm being hyperbolic. There are these stories out there about how much waste they produce, and we had a fact in the teleprompter just a minute ago. Here it is right here. Straws represent only 0.02% of the amount of the 9 million tons of plastic waste that is estimated to go into the ocean each year. And I've also heard a lot of this waste is not from the United States, but instead it comes from Asia.
True, and we're the ones who are always apparently called upon to save the world, and we're not responsible for this. And also, when I look at have you guys seen the plastic lids that they're looking to design to take the place of straw?
At Starbucks.
You're using pretty much as much plastic, this is the exact same kind of plastic as you would with the straw. It's insane. Just throw your straws in the trash can.
Yes.
We don't need a government fiat to dictate to us
what do they say
how
about
to drink
utensils?
liquid.
What about forks, plastic forks, plastic
That's a
spoons,
good question, right? It's going to have to be like medieval times, and we're going to have to just rip meat apart with our hands.
It's a paper spoon.
Well,
as a nation, we should all use our good silver from here on in.
Well, if it results in a better drinking experience, maybe that would be a step in the right direction.
I bet that's what they're going to do.
Yes.
You have to carry your own bags to some grocery stores or pay extra to get plastic bags.
Right.
Now you're going to join Big Straw to the grocery store.
Don't wait till Easter anymore.
Just create this black market of straws, Big Straw, and I can be like the El Chapo of Big Straw. And just make some money out in Santa Barbara.
Or we could be a nation of sippy cups.
You know what? I did hear don't use a straw that gives you just the same amount of wrinkles as smoking does. So just take the top off and drink it out of the side.
Yeah, that's not as fun though. The crazy straws are great. Oh, and lastly, real quickly, what about the individuals who need straws, who are disabled and they need to be able to drink using a straw? Nobody thinks of anything. They just think let the government decide.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what happens.
Thanks,
Dana, always a pleasure.
Good to see you all.
We start out with guns, ends up with straws. Thanks, Dana Loesch.